Hey, Klara, Adalena here at the Love for Life Academy. Good morning. Still wet from the shower. And my voice still low from the night. And still blessed with the night and with the dawn. Such a special moment. And I want to talk, and the dawn is right, it blesses us into the day. It opens us up to take our soul with us into the day. It invites us to bring our soul with us into the day, and it calls our soul down into us so we can take it with us into the day. And this capacity of the dawn is a special power, and you as a woman have that power too, and man needs it. And that's going to be the topic of today. When you don't understand your own power, how can you ever know what you have to give to a man? How can you ever be confident when you reach out to a man, or when you allow a man, invite a man, open up to a man to reach out to you? Confidence is not a thing that we grab out of the air and then, hey, I'm so confident. It's not a game that we play. Oh, just think a few times about all the good things that you have done and how sweet you are, and then you will be confident. How amazing you are. That's not how confidence works. Confidence comes from within, and from really connecting to that place where you feel, where you embody what you have to give to a man. And yesterday I was speaking, it was, synchronicity. I was speaking to one of my group of mentees, women who've been through my program, are rocking it, have relationships, are close into relationships, and, continued support. And one of them had as text under her name, something like Princess Kisses Frog. And it brought back those memories, right? We all know the fairy tale, Princess Kisses Frog. And suddenly it all came together. One of those moments, those aha moments. Because I know what a woman can do for a man is like kissing a frog so that he becomes a prince. We have that capacity. Now, did you ever look at the fairy tale in that way? I didn't. I know it was not told to us that way. It was told like this poor little girl and this frog, but he was saying, kiss me, and she just kissed that yucky thing. That's not what this is about. That's a twist of the power of women. Like our power has been twisted and taken away in the twist, denied in the twist, made invisible in the twist so many times. That's why I always get kind of on fire when people say, oh, just love yourself and then your man will come. No, don't start with loving yourself. You do want to end there, of course. But when you start there, you're skipping the process. You're skipping that you need to find your power. Why don't you love yourself? Because your power has been taken away from you and you feel half a woman. You want to feel a whole woman, and then you'll feel confident. But when your power has been robbed away from you, not once, but consistently, day in, day out, by every fairy tale, as it's told to us in a twisted way, by every modern fairy tale, which is the billboards, which is the advertisements, which twist our power in a way that it's in there, but it's not. So we are robbed of it again and again, 1,000 times a day. The world is changing, right? We are the badass women. We are the successful women, the doctors, the lawyers, the dentists, CEOs, 6 and 7 and 8-figure entrepreneurs. We are changing the face of the world. It's possible now because we are starting to take our power back. But in love, there is still a part of your power missing, and you need it. Why? Because you're choosing the wrong man. And I don't have to tell you that, right? You know you're choosing the wrong man. That's the first thing women keep telling me over and over and over. When I speak to this doctor, this scientist, whoever, I will say, okay, what's up in your dating? well, I'm not really dating. Yeah, I am dating, but it's just all those jerks, all those frogs. Yeah. You're choosing the wrong man. Why? Because you don't understand your power. You think you will have to make do with whatever shows up in front of you. But you have the power to kiss a frog and to turn him from a frog into a prince, into your prince. It's the same theme as the Beauty and the Beast. It's the same theme as Sealskin, Soulskin for the women who've read the amazing book Women Who Run with the Wolves, Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And if you've seen my training, my 1 hour full training, you will see that I speak there about, no, I don't think I speak in it there. I speak in it in other places. For the women who really work with me, I speak in detail about the Sealskin, Soulskin story and how it will help you find your power back. But for now, let's focus on the prince and the frog and the princess. Princess means a woman of power, right? It's not that sweet little thing that we see in the illustrations of Hans Andersen. Princess means a woman in her power. It means a virgin. And virgin doesn't mean what you think it means. It doesn't mean you never had that one thing happen. It means that you're a woman whole unto herself. Like you are as the dentist, the doctor, the CEO that you are. You're whole unto yourself. That's another thing women tell me. They say that scares man away. No, it scares the fuck out of you. You don't know how to deal with all your power. You're whole unto yourself. You're a virgin. You're a princess, a woman of power. And you have the capacity to change frogs into princes. Not princess, but princess. That's huge. What that means is, what does it mean when a man is a frog? It means a man who is not aware of his heart, his fullness, his kingliness, his royalty, how royal he is, right? How giving, how sweet, how capable he is. A frog is a man who's still kind of quirky. Oh, what is the sound that frogs make? Like, who am I? Who am I? I don't know who I am. And they're just going through the world in confusion. Now, that doesn't matter. When you know that you are the princess and you can kiss him, you can share your bodily presence with him. And I don't mean letting yourself be, what we don't say on Facebook. But I mean really sharing your energy, welcoming him in your energy field, owning a space of pleasure where he can come in and he can, oh, wow, this is coming alive. A frog is a man who's not fully alive. And when he comes in your presence, your queenly presence, then it's like this is what I was hungry for. That's what the kiss means. And when you truly then bestow your eyes on him, that's the kiss. And then he is like, this is what life is like. That's a true awakening. Awakening, I'm saying way too much in this few minutes. Awakening as a spiritual concept is powerful, but it's not that clean, dry thing that, again, it has been twisted into. When you read the true Buddhists who've really experienced it fully, John Wellwood, one of my heroes, they speak about awakening as awakening into a power of the feminine, of space, of spaciousness. And when you read what qualities they attribute to it, it's very feminine. That's what awakening is. And a man doesn't need to sit for hours and hours on a meditation cushion to get that. I love meditation, but it's not needed to get there. Actually, that's needed when you're afraid, when the man is afraid to allow the woman to give this to him. And when the women around him have forgotten how to give this to him, then he needs to sit for hours and hours on that cushion. But there's a whole other thing out there. That's what I am talking about. And once you get this, I mean, how confident do you get then? A man that you can see has everything in him, but he's not awakened to that yet. He's not fully man yet. Hey, Mexico here, Liz. That's amazing. I'm all the way in Mexico. How are the frogs in Mexico? When you are aware of that power in you, that a man, that another woman wouldn't see his potential, you can kiss it alive. You can breathe your breath into it and bring it alive in the man. How confident does that make you? Then you can truly have your pick. There's a much wider choice of man to look for. Now, not all jerks are frogs, right? Not all the wrong guys can be turned into princes. So there is a lot to learn here. There is something about distinguishment. There's something about really owning this power of yours to awaken a man into his full potential. And we can only do that when we step first into our full potential. A lot of things to be learned here. And if you're feeling the truth of this, if you're feeling stuck because none of the men show up right, then what you're missing is your capacity to turn him into Mr. Right. And not by being sweet and being forgiven and all those stale things that have been passed down to us, which basically all come down to one thing: making yourself smaller than you are. Being his sweet mom, telling him, oh, you're so amazing, and then he will grow up. He's not a boy. You're not his mom. We're not going there. That's not what I'm talking about. This is more like a spiritual awakening his soul. And he needs you as a woman to have his soul awakened. And you have the capacity to do this through your kiss, through your embodied feminine presence, and bestowing that on him in a queenly fashion. Now that's far removed, right, from being his mom. So if you're getting intrigued about this, and if you're feeling the truth of this, and that there is man out there that could be so right, when you know how to awaken the prince in him, and if you feel the joy of awakening that prince in him, and of awakening your princess, your queen in yourself first, if all of that is speaking to you, and if you're sick and tired of going in circles in a dating world in which there seems to be no exit or no entrance, however you look at it, if you're sick and tired of that and you're feeling the truth of what I say, and you're one of those women at the frontiers, a woman in power, doctor, dentist, something like that, reach out. I'm specializing in women in their 30s because I care about families, right? I want you to have your family. That's an honorable goal, to want a family of your own. And I want you to be able to do that and not be stuck in, it's almost like those turning doors, right? You just go in and it just keeps turning and you never get out. The dating world is like that now, until you change, until you get this, until you can kiss the frogs into princes, and until you can first allow your fullness to awaken. And learn a lot of other things about dating too, by the way. Dating means 5 fields you need to master. You need to be in alignment with your true power. You need to know how to build momentum, how to get things moving. You need to know how to kiss the frog into the prince. You need to have high quality communication. Otherwise, whatever you begin will always trend. And you need, what's the 5th? One moment. The right strategies, of course, and to understand my man-woman dynamics. And we're talking about that now in a whole new light, because man has changed, woman has changed. The relationship has quadrupled in change. So if you're needing all of that because you want to get out of this revolving door of the dating world into an actual happy, committed relationship, into a family, reach out. And I don't post my link because that's making it too easy, but I will say it here. I know that's old-fashioned. It's a little test like they have in old fairy tales. Klara Adalena, that's my name. That's not difficult. Klara with a K. KlaraAdalena.com/apply. APPLY. That was in English. That was good for me. It's not my native language. APPLY. KlaraAdalena.com/apply. Rosalie, good morning from Netherlands. It's beautiful here, isn't it, Rosalie? It's so sweet now as August is coming to its fullness and ripening. As I said, it's this sweetness of dawn that awakens the soul within us, and that's what we can do for a man, to our own benefit. KlaraAdalena.com/apply. And what we will do is we will have an amazing hour. We will really talk about where you are stuck and what are your blinds. What are you missing? Yes, Rosalie, KlaraAdalena.com/apply. Do reach out. We will talk about what you are missing, how you can change that, and it will rock your world. And there's so many women who had that conversation with me and are now in happy relationships. And when you do sign up, you will be shown more how to see, their reviews, their experiences, their raves. And one thing is sure, one thing is guaranteed. If they had not signed up for this conversation, they would not be in a relationship now. Thank you. Happy to speak to you soon, and enjoy this day, and do go out into the dawn and maybe you'll see a frog. Aloha, speak soon.